a lot of times nowadays, honestly, when somebody hears your name or you go and network with somebody, after the fact, they're going to look you up on LinkedIn or they're going to look you up on Instagram or Facebook and see what you're about. Real Estate Lab. Social media. First, we're going to talk about social media here. I think social media is, obviously top of mind for most people nowadays. There's some people that still don't understand the power of social media. So let me talk about this a little bit. Social media, for example, my first 3 years, I raised probably $3 million in capital from people strictly through relationships that I made from social media. Let that sink in. $3 million. To date, the number's probably north of $10 million of capital through people I've met on social media and built relationships over the years on social media. So do not underestimate the power of social media. For me, my main ones have been Facebook and Instagram, primarily Instagram. LinkedIn is also huge. I would say the three that you should tackle are LinkedIn. Build out your LinkedIn profile. That's obviously the business one. Tons of business can be done on there. I think it's huge. I don't spend as much time on there. I spend a lot more on Instagram because I get kind of that more young crowd. But LinkedIn is huge. Instagram and then Facebook. It depends. A lot of people have preferences on how they want to brand themselves. They don't want to mix their personal, their professional lives. From the start, I started talking about on all different platforms what I'm doing on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I was talking about how I was starting my business, the properties I was buying, the properties I was looking at. I would take videos when I'm going and doing tours. People seeing this stuff, they start to recognize what you're doing. You're starting to build trust and confidence in people that, hey, you're legitimate in this business. A lot of times nowadays, honestly, when somebody hears your name or you go and network with somebody, after the fact, they're going to look you up on LinkedIn or they're going to look you up on Instagram or Facebook and see what you're about. And so all of my profiles are business related. Obviously LinkedIn is, but Facebook and Instagram, my personal pages for both of those are 100% business focused. I use social media not for fun. I use social media for business because it helps grow my business immensely. Again, this goes back to the branding. You have a website for a reason. You have your professional email for a reason. You need to have the same thing on your LinkedIn, your Instagram, and your Facebook. There's TikTok and Snapchat and Snap. Some people find value in those for business. I stick to these three: Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, because those are the three best that I found or for what I do. Next, so that's social media. I will keep it brief. I'm not going to teach you how to set up your profile. Go look at mine or look at other people's. Networking. Networking is insanely important in this business. You need to spend, and if you're not in your comfort zone networking, you need to push yourself and get a little bit uncomfortable, because networking with people is so important in this business. I spent, and I still to this day spend an immense amount of time reaching out to new people, setting up calls, setting up Zoom calls, video calls, going and getting coffee and lunch with people and meeting up and talking to brokers and bankers and attorneys, and just building a huge contact list of people in this industry and in this business. And you constantly need to keep doing that, right? Especially in the beginning, you need to go really hard on networking, going to real estate conferences, going to real estate meetups, joining online groups, joining an online community like our Real Estate Lab community is awesome for networking. We have over 100 members, all multifamily investors, and people are constantly networking in this group. And you need to network. You need to build up your Rolodex of contacts. It is only going to help you succeed more. The people that you network with, not only can you provide value to them in certain ways, becoming a client for their business, say they're an insurance broker or a lender, right? But they could provide value to you with referrals for investors, or, hey, I found a deal that you may be interested in, or any of the above. You just need to network and make networking a huge focus. Throw this in your 90-day plan. Networking is important. Go to 5 networking events, whether it's meetups or a paid conference where you're going to travel out of state to go to a paid conference, or maybe there's one nearby you. Go to a big real estate conference, meet some people, get out of your comfort zone, and understand that who you know is one of the most important things in this business. Again, you hear this all the time. Your network is your net worth. Your net worth is your network, vice versa. It is so important to have a big network and for people to know you and to build relationships with people. This is a relationship business. So get out there and network, put it in your 90-day plan, go to at least one large conference in the next 90 days so you can meet a bunch of people. We're going to be hosting one. We just hosted a big conference in Tampa in January of 2022. We're going to host another one in September, October of 2022 in Austin, Texas. So get it on your books, either this conference or go to another one. There's a lot of great ones out there. Meet some people and network.